Hello everyone and welcome back to Europa Universalis, The Price of Power, part 3 of my first try. So as usual there were mistakes in the previous version so that I had to rectify. For example, I removed 2 towns in Scotland that was not supposed to. They were not supposed to disappear, they were supposed to just spawn rebels. So in that case I just gave back the towns to Scotland. Something else is that I, as Castile, was supposed to have a claim here. That was different. England was also supposed to have 4 points, prestige points, because they annexed Scotland. So that should have given them points as well. And I think those were the biggest issues that happened. Also, I was talking about the end of an age. That was not true, because in the game there's basically 2 ages. And those consist of 2 rounds each. So I did actually a full round in my first and second video. I'm hoping now to do a second round and then have the end of an age. So the round would finish after we have all taken one event and passed after that. So aside from that, everything you see in the on the map is as usual. So yeah. We can continue from there, actually. Things that happened because a new round begins is the bot decks have been shuffled, except for these cards. The focus cards that were used, these don't get shuffled back in this age. Then another thing that happened is basically all this stays the same. 3 new events came out, which I'll talk about in a second. And that's kind of it. That's the most important thing. Oh yeah, another thing that changed actually is I had the wrong second mission, because you might remember I discovered the Caribbean last time, and then the next mission should have been the Spanish Main, because I took 3C instead of 2C. So the Spanish Main is own 3+ of Mississippi, Florida, Antilles, New Granada, Guyana, or La Plata. So at the moment I have the Antilles, so I need to have 2 more. And effect, then you get 2 colonists, or you pay 1 administrative power to expand the Sevilla one to basically the Sevilla trade area. So here, this will become an expanded trade, which, if you remember, here's a discard one. If it's expanded, then you would get the right column of the income and not just the middle one. So that could be very profitable if that comes up. So that's my mission now. Before we start, there were some other things that I actually changed. That is that the war tokens are only supposed to be placed on capitals. I didn't do that last time. Austria accidentally sieged twice, and also these were in unrest, but after the war tokens and so on ran away, these were supposed to just return back to their original state after removing their claim there, sorry. And I think that is just about it. There was one more oversight, and that is that Anjou here is supposed to have a city as well, because normally they would have never attacked here. France would have attacked here first, but because of an oversight, I probably thought it was already conquered or whatever, I'm not sure, they never came here. So yeah, that should be first, because you're supposed to check the France bots. And if you look at the France bot, his military targeting charts, then you see that Languedoc, where they're here, that's actually in the second row already. So normally you would start at the top first. Aquitaine, which is there. Brittany and Normandy, which is here at the top. And owner of Bourgogne, which is here. So yeah. Anyway, enough of that. We can now officially start again. All right. First player is Austria. So, but before we do all that, actually, we have to look at the round order, because it's a new round. And you can see first is the draw card phase. That means I get to draw, just like in the beginning of the game, I get to draw 3 cards. I'm just going to double check here the details of that. The draw cards phase. Each player draws 3 action cards in any combination. And then from the 3 action decks, administrative, diplomatic, or military, but you can't see those. They're underneath the board. And I can draw 1 by 1 and should keep these cards secret from their opponents, and then I can pay 2 ducats to keep them. Now at the moment I have 10 ducats here, so I am able to buy if I wanted to. So first of all, I'm gonna have to fight here for sure. So military might not be bad. I still have spy network and logistics master from last time. So that's also quite good. And I don't know how far this is actually focusing. I'm always showing the cards, but I guess I should hold them closer. So, yeah. I think I'm going to start with administrative. See what it is. Revolutionary idea. That's always good, I feel. Is it focusing? There we go. Yeah, so research an idea at the cost of just 2. So I really like that. So that's already a good one. Of course, I'm going to keep it here for now because I have to decide if I have to want to pay for it or not. I'm just going to take 1 of each. So a military one, which is inspired leadership. So use in any land battle to gain that. You may add 1 to your general to reroll up to 3 battle dice. So basically, you can kill off your general if he already has one, or just wound him. Requires the presence of a general, of course. Okay, and then I'll take this one. So from this deck as well. So this is Royal Marriage. Place a marriage on the capital of an NPR or one of your vessels. The marriage counts as 1 influence which cannot be discarded. Requires 1 influence in one of the target realm's area. So I can actually force someone to marry. And it is also a ruler though, Philippe. So definitely want the revolutionary ideas, and I want to kind of save my money, but I'm gonna get these 2, inspired leadership and revolutionary ideas. So that'll cost me 4 ducats. Royal marriage I don't want, so I'll spend 5 and I'll get back 1, and then add the rest of the cards to my deck. All right. So that was the draw cards phase. Then next up we have pay to keep action cards, did already. Pick or replace missions, maximum 2 in hand. But I like my missions. I have La Reconquista, which I'm actually doing because I'm in Andalusia here to attack. And I have the Spanish main to actually continue colonizing. Come on, yeah, to continue colonizing, which I want to do as well. So yeah, I'll just keep my missions. I like them the way they are. Okay, so the next step then is action phase. So yeah, so now we start with Austria, who will reveal unrest, focus, war. Okay, so first of all, we'll check unrest. Of course, normally, as usual, you go through all the bot actions, like does it have any left? If, of course, it has everything. Is it under attack by enemies or rebels? No, because there's no war or anything else going on. So it says it's under attack if enemy units or armies are present in any areas with bots' cities, or if enemies or rebels occupy any of the bots' cities, but that's not the case. Has 3+ left and +1 colony? No. Colonists. Spend bots are more than the bots left? No. Yes, of course. At war? Not at war. Are any bot cards left? Draw bot cards. Was actually supposed to draw the bot card later. Spend shown cost, so they spend 1 bot cube. And then discard an action card if this card is shown, but that is not the case. Oh yeah, discard a military card. Okay. And the military card is forced march. The focusing doesn't really happen very fast. Forced march, there you go. So that's now discarded. Okay. Some cards allow you to go in the discard pile. That's why it's important. And then at war, and card has war action, but they're not at war, so it doesn't matter. So no, perform first action on card, which is unrest. So let's take a look at unrest. And then, unrest, unrest, unrest. Here we go. Owns any provinces with unrest? No. Has less than 2 cores in play and can place a core. And yes, they can actually, because Austria has no unrest anywhere on the map. They control Royal Hungary, so they can actually place a core. So what you do is you take one of the claim tokens, the 6, 7, or 8. So you can see it here. This is just claim. You flip it over, and it becomes a core. So I'll put this here on Royal Hungary, and now the whole area basically are now core provinces. So that's done. Place it in an eligible area with the highest total tax value. There's only one area that I can do it because it doesn't control any other area. And then convert area to state religion. Sorry, this is here. And turn basically. That's it. That was Austria's turn. So then it's France's turn. So we go through the whole structure for France again. None of these apply. Only has any bot cards left? Yes. So draw a bot card, and this time it is convert, and then Papal Curia, war, military, and so first of all we spend 2, and also we discard one of those cards, and this time it is exceptional year that's discarded. It looks actually like a very nice card. You can read it there, right? So you may remove unrest from one of your cities, or marriage, is it? Gain 9 ducats. So yeah, pretty cool, but it's discarded. So yeah, and then we will do the let's see, perform first action of the card, which is convert. So the French are gonna see if they can convert. I don't think they can. I don't see any places where there's a different religion. Any areas with religious dissent? No, not in France. Perform second action on card instead. Papal Curia. So that's interesting because they'll then become the leader there. Okay, has Catholic state religion? Yes, they're Catholic. Is uncontested Papal controller? No. Is Papal controller in age 1 or 2 and can use excommunication to remove an opponent's people here? I always forget what they're called. It's not chancellors, it's not, come on, the cardinals. Okay, can remove 1 cardinal, but no, that's not the case either. So place a cardinal in the leftmost regular Papal Curia slot. If now Papal controller, remove excommunication on own realm, if any. So no, just take a one of their cardinals, so basically a cube, and they will put it on the leftmost spot, so everybody will go down the right, which means from now on France is the controller there. There we go. All right. Now, that is the end of the turn for France, and then it's my turn. All right, so I have a bunch of stuff that I have to do. I have this here, so I have a claim, so I can actually lay siege to Granada in Gibraltar, and then also have the problem with the faith there. So let me see if I want to convert area. That will cost 3 ducats. It could also cost 2 administrative power. But I'm sure there's some other stuff that comes to see with it. I've never tried to convert before, so it's page 14. Let's see. Convert area. You may convert the religion of any given area to your state religion if you own every province. So no. I need to own all of them. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, I need to take over Granada and Gibraltar, which means that I will have to siege them, because I have a claim or declare war anyway. So that's page 22. Yeah, so I'll do my declare war action, and that is cost me 1 military token, so that's spent. I'll just put it here. All right, so I lose 2 stability if there's no casus belli, but there is. I have one, I have a claim here. And 1 per target with your marriage, but I'm not married to him, so it doesn't matter. And then call to arms, so offensive call to arms, but I don't have any allies, so that doesn't really come into play. Emperor defense, the HRE has nothing to do with that over there. And then of course the bots will accept defensive CTAs, but once again no one has any CTAs there, so it doesn't matter either. Remove influence from target's areas, there's no influence there. Resolve triggered land battles, yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing, the land battle, and that is on page 27. So I know I've done land battles before, but it's been 3 weeks, so I'm a bit rusty. So first of all, let's see. So the battle resolution with the bots. So first of all, enemy is a player realm. Yes. The bot is attacker. No. Battle is in the main defender's realm, which is yes. So of course it's here. So yeah, there's definitely the main defender's realm there. Human player may appoint general. I'm not going to appoint anyone to be general. I mean, I could if I wanted to, I guess. Do I have a general? Yeah, I have Christopher here that I could use. Logistics manager. Give me a second. Because if I use him, I imagine that I could use the 2 blue dice at the bottom as my general, but then I'm sure I have to pay for that as well. So I can decide to spend 1 military to make him my general, and I'm going to do that actually. There we go. So Christopher is now my leader, and I spend 1 military to do that. So he'll just give me 2 blue dice whenever I fight, basically. Alright, so then account for military ideas. That doesn't apply to any of us. Then we go on, human player may play battle actions. So I could play inspired leadership to give me even more dice, but I don't think that's necessary, so I'm not going to do it. Humans roll as normal, bots roll 5 infantry dice. Okay. Since I'm going to be attacking these here, there's MPRs, so an MPR, it says when a PR is at war with an MPR, the MPR will, so a non-player realm, will defend as follows. Each time a player moves any of their military units into an area, blah, 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 they will always defend their areas with a number of infantry units equal to their MC for this area. So their military power. So they have 2 provinces, and they're both a half value of tax. So together is 1. So they'll just have 1 unit basically defending that area. So I'll take it from here. There we go. We'll have 1. So actually it's 2, because they also have a blue port, which also adds to it. So it's 1.5, and that's increased to 2 then, because you always round up. So that's it, 2 military units. And when we continue rolling, reading on page 36, so a battle is triggered, of course. So, and then we just do it the usual way. And it's also these, since there's only 2, they don't have a leader, because if it's 3+, they will have a leader as well. So battle dice are just normally rolled, and then we'll see how the battle goes. First of all, I can appoint a leader, which I have done. I've chosen Christopher. I've already spent my military power to do so. So Christopher will give me 2 blue dice when I use him. All right, so I'll just put these here so I don't forget that he has 2 blue dice to use. And once that is done, then we're just going to be, well, I can play battle actions, which I'm not going to do. Then we're going to roll battle dice. So each side rolls 3 infantry dice, adding any dice from generals, potentially. So let's take a look first at how much damage they do to me. Because I have these guys here. I have 5 infantry and 1 cavalry. So that's what they do. That's actually pretty bad. Because for each pair that is rolled, and any enemy general in use in this battle gets 1 wound. So of course my general immediately gets wounded. Typical. Way to go, Christopher. So they also do 2 hits to me. So 2 of my units will become exhausted here. And then I can roll my own dice. So it's 3 plus the 2 blue ones here. And hopefully I get 2 hits. And then that's that. I get more than 2 hits. So these guys are blown away. So basically I win the battle. And then when the battle is won, once a player has won a battle against 1 or more MPRs, they may siege any hostile provinces inside that area as normal on their next turn. So basically my turn ends, but I guess I'm at war now with them. So let's see if I can get a war token on Granada, because that's the capital. And then next turn, I can siege both places. All right, so that means it's now England's turn. Once again, nothing applies to England. Oh, there is some things apply to England. Actually, it's a little bit different because they have unrest in their realm. So let's see. Doesn't matter, is under attack by enemies or rebels. No, there's no attack. Army on map board and can siege in the same area. No. Actually, the unrest here is not mentioned, so it's also a draw bot card. So let's see. They spend 1 bot token and it's convert. Now once again, they cannot convert. There's no other religions anywhere near them, so it's just going to be the same thing. Do the next one, and it says focus eco. So if you do focus, that means that card is going to disappear, and they're going to go to economy, but I don't think they will. Economic, I mean, because they already have 1 in military. So if I remember correctly, they will just add it to military. So any focus already, place it in this focus area. Yeah. So that means that we will take not this one, just a regular one, I imagine, and then put it there. There we go. And then that is done. Now it has 2 or 3, and needs 3 because we're playing on easy. So no, put aside the bot card, not reshuffled at this age. Okay, so this goes to here, and that is then the end of the turn. So then we go to Austria. They will spend 1 and then convert. But once again, in this case, there's no convert. So the next thing, focus, and that would be politics. Now, normally this is impossible. So in a previous game that they were separated. So I don't know which one was first, economics or politics, but let's just do a random test. To decide which one we're going to use, we'll just do a coin flip, a coin toss. So this one is head, this one is tails. So let's see. So tails. So it's going to be politics. So this is going to go here. And then they will focus politics anyway, so it doesn't matter. So it'll go there. And now it has 3, which means that they will be doing an idea, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, focus action. Yes, milestone matching focus type is available. So the politics is available. So they will put their token on it and score 5 points. 5 points. Wow. All right. So gain 2 bot cubes and score P as normal, and then discard all these from the focus area. Oh yeah, these 2 are supposed to go this way, of course. And put aside bot card. Yeah. That's the end of the turn. That was a really good turn for them. Wow. So I should check out these milestones then just for a second. Reliable government is 2 stability or higher. Huh. Have 4 vassals on the board, not counting any starting. That's also not going to be easy. Prosperity. Exhaust all uses on a development display card that you have in play by performing actions listed on the card. I don't even have any of those. I do, actually. Spy network, I guess. Yeah. And then the last one, have 9 plus army with all of them deployed. I don't even have enough manpower. 4, 7. Well, I could have gotten it if had I not fought immediately. Anyway, so that's done. Then it's France. Once again, France will just draw a card because nothing else applies. So it's diplomacy, and they spend 3 cubes. So diplomacy for France. Let's see. Diplo. Is there a alliance and marriage on any NPR adjacent to the bot? Yes, here with Burgundy. Has higher tax income than NPR. Yes, for sure. If you look at the whole thing, for sure, yes. Has influence more or equal to NPR's tax income plus opponents' influence cubes in NPR's area. Has influence higher than, yes, that's a fact because it's 4 influence. That's maxed, yeah. Annex this NPR, remove bot's influence equal to target's income. So I guess this is Burgundy, right? So it was 1.5, so it's seen as 2. So 2 influence is removed. Okay. Plus opponent's influence. So my influence is also gone. Okay. Score 3 points. So 3 points for France. They're also on the board. And yeah, of course, now they've taken that city. So taken Bourgogne and Franche-Comté as well. And there you go. So Burgundy is now theirs. All right. Now owns all provinces in a new area and has less than 2 cores in play. Yes. If able, spend 1 bot power to place a core in such area. So they spend 1 bot power and they place a core. Wow, it's really nice, really good for them. So Bourgogne is now a core province. Oh, no, not yet. Because they don't have Savoie. It's a different NPR, so no, they don't have it yet. So actually that's no. And turn. Okay. Yeah, they need to get Savoie and Genève in order to get the whole province. All right, so then it's back to me. So now I can siege, and I think siege probably costs 1 military power. Siege. It's basically activate units, so 1 military power, yeah, to siege. So I will put siege tokens on there. So on second thought, I'm not doing military power. I'm not sieging, because if I siege, I spend 1 cube to siege, and then I have to spend another cube for every unit that I want to use to siege with. And I need to have 2 at least, because they have a value of 1.5. So I need to have 2 units which I'm sieging. So I need 3 military power to siege, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change national focus. And then I'm going to put 2 diplomatic power into military power. And I believe that is immediately my turn as well, because I think changing national focus actually ends your turn. Yes, it does. So that's it. Actually, I can do another thing when you do that. So what I did is correct. And then you can also discard up to 3 action cards from your hand, add them to the discard pile after completing this action, and then draw 1 card fewer than you discarded from any of the action decks. Or I can pay 1 of these cubes, so 1 power, monarch power, and 2 ducats to pick one of the new cards from the top 5 discards of the deck matching the paid monarch type. So I could actually try to get one of these, for example, the exceptional year, which is actually really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard. Do I have to yeah, I have to discard at least 2 to be able to get one. So I'm going to discard Inspired Leadership and Spy Network. They'll be added later. And then I spend 1 administrative power and pay 2 ducats. So I get 3 back. To get Exceptional Year. Because I think that'll be very good down the line. Okay, so now my turn is over. And then it is over to bot number 1, so England. Nothing happens there, just take the card. And it's naval. So they're gonna go sailing. So let's see. Any hostile sea zones adjacent to bots, ports, or ships? No. Hostile? No, I don't think so. Unless, of course, the pirate is seen as hostile, but sea zone? No, I don't think so. No. So the pirate ship that we see there is in a trade zone, so it's not in a sea zone, so it doesn't spar that at all. So there are no hostile sea zones adjacent to the bots, ports, or ships. Any sea zone without bot ships adjacent to bots, ports. Without the ships adjacent to its ports. There's 1 ship in the Dogger Bank. Oops. This one does not. This one has a port, so I guess in the northeastern Atlantic there's nothing. Bordeaux has a port. The Bay of Biscay has a port, so yeah, I guess yes. Place ship in such sea zone. Prefer adjacent to most trade nodes, then alphabetical. So let's see. So England is going to place a ship. Yep. Adjacent to most trade nodes. I think it is a tie. Place ship in such a sea zone. So I think it'll be here with the Bay of Biscay together with France, and they have a truce, so it doesn't cause a battle. Has ship adjacent to any pirates? Yes. Remove all pirates from such trade node. So the pirate is gone. And end the turn. So that's never done. I had to spend 1 cube, of course, with our action. And then it is Austria, so they'll also just continue. Diplomacy this time, and they spend 3. So this might cause some stuff, I think. Let's see. Diplomacy. Any alliance plus marriage on any NPR adjacent to bot? No, they do have a marriage here, but not an alliance. And I think the marriage at this point doesn't really matter there, but we'll see. No. Alliance on any NPR? No, they don't have an alliance with anyone. 2+ influence in any NPR adjacent to bots. Yeah, they have 2 here in Bavaria and Swabia. Yeah. Select such NPR with highest tax income. In this case, that would be München, because there were 3. Alliance possible. So let's take a look if it's possible or not. Can they have an alliance with München? So I was looking at the wrong thing, actually. So it says here, alliance possible. I was looking at C, declare war, but then declaration of war, but that doesn't make sense. It's actually above here. Alliance requires bot is at peace and has less than 3 alliances in play, which is true, and is not bot's ally, of course. And any ally of target has fewer influence than bots in target areas. Yeah, so it basically applies. So that's good. That's all good. Yes, place an alliance on target's capital and add 1 influence there if space. There is influence. There is space. Why am I taking France? Alliance and influence. So an alliance with München. There we go. And then end turn. Alright, that's it. Then it's France. Now France has a problem now because they already spent a lot of stuff. So France is going to have to do something else now. Okay, so army on map, no, has 3+ left, no. Spent is higher than left. I think that's true. There's 6 and there's 5 left. Yes. Add war and has 4+ left. No. So we go up, has picked event. No. Go to event and spend 0 bots. So they're not doing any, they're not spending any bots, and the event, that's going to hurt. The event is going to hurt. So go to event. Event is here. Already taken event action? No. So it says roll a die. 1. Pick leftmost revealed event. Gain 1 bot power if ducats on event, but there's no event there. So they'll take the first one. Is this an opponent's event? No. Because none of them are opponent's events. You can see it at the bottom. Resolve option A on events. So press, I'll show it here. Press claim. Gain 1 military power. Place a claim in any area adjacent to your realm and lose a total of 3 influences from that area or areas adjacent to it. So actually that's kind of good that it doesn't apply to anybody else. So we're doing France, right? So when they gain military power, I do believe they just get 1 bot power. Yep, it does get the monarch power instead. Sorry, it does get the bot power instead whenever it gets monarch power, so they get 1. So that's going to be tying the cost here then. And also, because of what it says here, they will place a claim in an area adjacent to their realm and lose a total of 3 influence from that area or areas adjacent to it. So, of course, then we need to see how they're choosing their targets to put claims, of course. I guess it will be maybe opponent selection, because they could lay claim in any area adjacent to your realm. So since it's a claim, it has to be military, right? So we're going to look at the military charts and then roll a die. Here you go, military targeting charts. You roll a die. It's 2. So 2 is realm in Aquitaine. So they put a claim in, but they already have a claim in Aquitaine, so it has to be somewhere else, I guess. Okay, so because we can't put it in Aquitaine, we have to keep rolling to find somewhere else. So we go down, so we roll again. 4, so it's England. Actually no, 4 is here, so we go to the right. Realm in Brittany and Normandy. So Brittany and Normandy, we already have a claim there, so we roll again. 3, so Savoy. Where is Savoy? Ah, here. It's written differently on the board and here. So basically they lay a claim on Savoy. Here. There we go. Alright. So, and then it says, sadly, because we're doing the event still, and remove 3 from that area or areas adjacent to it. So these 2, and then that's it. So maximum 2, I guess. So up. But it doesn't stop there with the event, because it also says resolve secondary effects on event as well, which is the bottom if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we missed a bit of a gap here because my camera disconnected. So quickly just to say what happened is the event border friction got fixed. But I think we did that already before it stopped recording. It was my turn. I basically sieged here. I spent 3 military power to be able to do that. 1 to start the siege, 2 to make sure I have enough to do it. Then I put 2 of my cities there, and they're also occupied. And that was the end of my turn basically. And then we went to England. They just spent 3 cubes, and they're going to do diplomacy. So we'll see what happens there. So diplomacy for England. All right, do they have a wedding or marriage anywhere on NPR adjacent to bots? Well, they do have it on NPR here, but it's not adjacent. So I don't think they can do anything with that there. And they don't have it anywhere else, so I would say no. Alliance on any NPR adjacent to bots, there's no alliances for England anywhere, no. 2+ influence in any NPR adjacent to bots, also no. They have a bunch of stuff here, but they're not connected. Okay. Alliance on any NPR with less than 2 influence, no. Go to diplomatic target charts, roll for targets, okay. So England bots. Diplomatic target charts, let's roll. 6. Scotland, but that doesn't really apply because they already have Scotland, so we keep rolling. 2. So that goes to the owner of Amsterdam. Owner of Amsterdam, there's nobody owns it necessarily, but okay, so we do that. Owner of Amsterdam. Alliance on the target NPR? No. Any free space in targets areas? Yes, there's like a lot of space there. Add 2 influence in targets areas. Prefer targets capital. So yeah, so 2 influence for the English. And they put it here in Amsterdam. There we go. All right. Alliance possible. That means that, yeah, that's possible. So yes, place ally on target's capital and add 1 cube if there is space. So alliance in Amsterdam and add 1 cube. And there you go. Yes, so, and turn. Okay, that's finished. Then it is Austria. So once again, they'll just draw a card as well. Also diplomacy and also 3 cubes. These have been shuffled, I promise. There's just diplomacy all coming out. All right, so Austria. Alliance and wedding, no. Alliance anywhere, yes. Has double tax income of NPR. So this 1.5, is it? Or just, yeah, 1.5. Yeah, it definitely has more income than that. So yes. Has influences higher or equal than NPR tax income. Plus opponent's influence, yes. Annexes NPR. Remove, but don't they need a marriage as well, actually? I guess not. Annex is NPR, remove bots cubes equal to target's income, plus opponent's cubes from Tower Realm. So score 3 points. So they score 3, so they're up to 8. They remove 2 influence, because that's the cost. Then they add 2 of their cities there. 3 actually. really huge. There we go. Now owns all provinces in new area? No. And the turn. Alright, so that was very good for them. Then it's France's turn, so they tie now, so they're just going to continue drawing a card. They spend 1 and they can convert, but that's not necessary anywhere in France. Then they will focus on expansion, but that's not going to happen. Instead, it's going to go to economic, and then they will remove it, and then they will place a token on the economic one, which means they get 5 points for that. So they're also on 8. So that means that France will get 2 bot power, and this card will disappear. And then it's back to me, back to my turn. I could actually take Iberian Wedding now. It says bind the dynasties together, add 2 unrest and 3 armies in Leon. Where's Leon? Oh, over here. Castile gains 1 point, marriage and alliance with Aragon. So here. And 4 influence in Aragonese areas. That's really good. So on my turn, I have to make some decisions what I'm going to do with, I need to get rid of the, well, I have unrest as well, but I need to get rid of the religion here. So I'm going to do that first, just to get rid of that one. So I'm going to convert, and convert area will cost 2 administrative power and 3 ducats. So I'm almost broke now. So these 3 are gone. These 2 are gone. But this is gone because it becomes Catholic. Yeah, so because that happened, I have to flip this over as well, because this is now affected because of the turmoil, I guess. And I then have to roll the unrest die for all those places. So that could be potentially really annoying. We'll see what happens, I guess. So let's see where the unrest is. The rebel dice. So let's see. Let's roll for Gibraltar first. That is this. So that means remove 1 unrest. Okay, that's cool. This is for, I rolled just for the whole province. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to flip Sevilla back. There you go. I don't have to do it town per town, just the whole stuff. Okay, the whole area. So that was my turn. Okay, so it wasn't that bad to roll unrest. In the I got the best result possible. So now it's England's turn, and England has the same problem as, well, as before, being that they have a lot less, they spend a lot more than they have left. So under attack, no. Army on map, no. Has 3+ left, no. Spent more, yes. At war, no. Has picked event, no. Go to event and spend 0 bot power. So they're gonna take an event. So just like last time, they're gonna roll a die. It's a 1, which is annoying because that means that they are gonna take, oh wait, I forgot something. When we took the events before, the other events are supposed to get money, right? So it's supposed to be 2 and 2, and it's gonna get even more appealing, I guess, because they're gonna choose the leftmost card. So these are gonna have 4 on it now. So they'll take the Iberian Wedding, and the new one will reveal soon. So with the Iberian Wedding, as you can see here, the Iberian Wedding, it says that they will, is it opponent's event? Yes, resolve option B on events. So it says Castile loses 1 point 1 prestige. And must discard 2 influence from Aragon. So my influence there is gone, which is annoying because I really wanted to do that. But it gains 1 stability, which is actually nice. I get more money. And 1 influence in Portugal. So I have 2 there now, and I tie with England. You gain 1 diplomatic power. Okay. Cool. And then I can choose to take Isabella as my new ruler, and I will, because she's much better than Henrietta Maria. You can see it here. She is the top, she's the bottom. So you can see the difference. This one's way better than this one. So I'll take her. And then the other one is discarded. Okay, so that was their... Oh, no, it's not done yet, because they probably will say blah, blah, blah. Where is it? Events. Resolve secondary effects on an event. So I choose. And then has 10 plus bot power and less than 8 large. No, of course not, I would say, because they spend so much. So no. So, end turn. Yeah, England. So they've chosen an event. There we go. Then we reveal the new event. And the new event is a English one. Wars of the Roses. So, 3 unrest and place 3 rebels in Northumbria, or crush the rebels. England must exhaust 2 military, or add 1 unrest in Wales and Wessex. They then gain 1 military power and 2 points. You gain 1 military power. Or await situation. England loses 1 stability and 1 point. You gain 1 diplomatic power. So I think that might be taken by Austria. We'll see now. So Austria will now do their turn. They also have less than they have there. They're going to go the same route as the rest, I believe, because anything else does not apply. So, has picked event. No. Go to event and spend 0. So they also roll 4. So at least they don't choose 1. And then 4 is opponent event is revealed. Yes. Pick such event. Gain 1 bot power if there are ducats on the event. So they do gain 1 bot power. And they will pick this one. Oh no, they don't, because the English one doesn't have any ducats, which is actually good news for me, because they're going to choose the English one, and that adds 2 more ducats on each card. So whatever I take is going to have a lot of money on it, whichever I take. All right, so resolve option B on events. Await situation. England loses 1 stability and 1 point. 1 prestige point. Stability, they don't have it, so it doesn't really matter. And they gain 1 power, basically, so they get the power anyway, the bot power. Alright, and that's it. War of the Roses goes away. And then it is France's turn. So they have 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 7, so they tie. So they'll be able to do a regular card again. Yeah, they even have to check. They'll do a regular card again. Military. And they spend 1 bot power. And a military card is discarded. And that military card is Military Reform. So you can see here, it's one of those cards where you can, if you spend 2 ducats, you can always do the actions underneath. So innovatory tactics, military innovation, research, and increased manpower. But like I said, it's discarded. So, and so they do military. So it'll be interesting to see who they're going to declare war on. At war, no. has a claim. Yeah, they have 3 claims. 1, 2, 3. Has claim. Yes. So we roll a die, and then does the number match on a non-colonial claim? So we have claim 3, claim 4, and claim 6. 6. Claim 6 is here. Yes. Select realm for which this one is valid. So yeah, that one, yeah. Prefer opponent than highest tax income. So there's only one opponent. Well, there's 2 opponents. There's England and Anjou, actually. But highest income would be the English one here with Bordeaux. Has less than 4 influence in MPR's target's areas and target is eligible. It is less than 4. Yes. Target is eligible. Yes, because you have the... But depends. Does truce get in the way for this, actually? They can't declare war on England because they have a truce, so it'll be Anjou after all. Has less than 4 cubes in NPR target's areas and target is eligible, so in this case, yes. Target strength is higher than 2 times bot strength. No, bot strength is much higher. So declare war on targets, spend 1 bot to recruit 7 to... So spend 1 bot power to recruit 7 to 9 bot stuff. Units, sorry. 7, 9, 11 depends on the difficulty, probably, no? Yeah, chosen difficulty level. And the chosen difficulty level was easy, so 7. So they recruit, so I guess these just move down. And they're all here then. Okay. Bot has NPR allies with 2+ cubes adjacent to target. No. Targets may send defensive CCIs. No. Remove all bots from all targets, or all bots influence from all targets areas. There's no influence there. Declaration of war triggers naval battles. No. Triggers land battles. Yes. Go to land battle. So they will rise 1 unit. They'll raise 1 unit. Actually, no, it doesn't, because the army is not there. So no, it doesn't. Army size is twice the target strength. I would say yes. Armies on the map board? No. Place the army here. And then triggers battle. Yes. Go to land battle. So we'll roll, and then so 16 land battle. Enemy is a PR? No. Roll battle infantry dice equal to hostile units. Assign casualties. Bots casualties are the same as those. So only roll 1 infantry die then, because there's only 1 hostile unit. So it's a horse. That does nothing, I believe, because they don't have any cavalry. So basically they don't hurt the bot at all. Bot has units remaining, yes. Resolving bot receives 1 power for its their first battle victory this turn. So they get 1 power. Okay, so then we end the battle and we go back to the military part, which is here, and then end the turn. Okay, that's it. So they basically won the battle. This one can go away. And then it's my turn again. So there's not much I can do. I have these 2 cards and they're nice, but I can't use them because I don't have the administrative power. I can do diplomatic stuff. So let's see, because I have 4 of those. I have no money. Alright, diplomatic is influence, forge alliance, fabricate claims, or trade. I'm going to trade because I need money badly. I only have 1 ducat. Influence, that would also be cool, but then you need money for it. Forge Alliance costs a lot of tokens. Fabricate Claims doesn't really, I don't really need that now. So I also have one military action, which could be Declare War, but I'm not going to do that. Activate Units, Recruit, or Suppress Unrest. So Suppress Unrest would actually be kind of good, but first I'm going to trade. And trade costs 1 diplomatic power, and then when you trade, you reveal 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to double check just in case. Okay, so I'm going to do the trade action. I'm going to reveal 3 cards and we'll see what happens. Okay, this is the first one. So we have fish. We have fish, and we have gold. All right, so let's see what I have. Seems like gold I can't really do because that is the Northwestern Atlantic, Pacific, Caribbean, and so on. It's not on here at all. I have nothing here, so this is useless. This one, Amsterdam, London, Wessex, Rennes, Lubeck, Lund, Venezia, Ragusa, that also seems very useless. I can move 1 ship though, but even then. And this one, the Barcelona. Where's Barcelona? That's here, of course. Napoli, Genova. I'm in Genova, so that is doable. That would be the middle one. So I guess that will work, Genova. I think that's my best bet. Okay, so now I have to see how much power I actually have there at Genova. Actually, no, Genova is here. I was looking at Genoa. So the one that I have is Sevilla. That's over there, here. This one. So that's the only one I have basically. So I can move my merchant here. Then I have 1 for my merchant, 1 for key province here, Sevilla, and 1 for each light ship you have in a trade zone slot in adjacent sea. So that's 3 that I have there, because it's the adjacent sea. And actually, is it 1 for each ship? Yeah, so I can actually move this one here, which is allowed. You can move your ship when you do trade action. So I actually have, wait, Sevilla is this side, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. But it doesn't make a difference, does it? For the fish? No. So in that case, I'll just leave my ship here. That's fine. So then I'm also the only person here, so nobody else gets trade. So for me, that would then be 5 ducats. Well, it's hardly worth it if you compare to gold. That would be 16 then, but yeah, whatever. So 5 for me. That is a trade action. And I think that's it. Yep, that was my turn. So then we go over to these 3 go away, of course, and then we go over to England. Now, for them it will be a little bit different now because they have actually already taken their event. So let's take a look. So we have starts. They still have more than 0 left, so not under attack. Army is not able to siege, has 3+, no. Spent more than there's left, yes. At war, no. Has picked event, yes. And then they're going to pass. So they pass first, so they get 2 power. They gain 2 power, and they are the first to pass. Okay. And yeah, of course, that means they're out. Then it is Austria, so they have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 5, 7. So they definitely have less. So at war, they are not at war with anyone. has picked event? No. So they're gonna go and take an event now. Actually, no, they've taken an event already, right? They took an event last time. Because these are the events that have been taken. Border friction. No. Yeah. Border, 3 of them have been taken already, so they've all taken an event already. So they're gonna pass as well then. Is it? Because they're not at war with anyone. They picked an event, so pass. So they're the second to pass, so they get 1. But power. Seems a bit strange that they pass with still so many cubes left, but yeah, it is what it is. And then it is France. They also have less, and they're also going to end up passing because they're also not at war. Alright, so they are basically passing as well, but they're getting nothing for it. And then it's my turn again. So let's see. What does a bot do if they have to follow an event that's not of their choosing? You get 1 point for every player who chooses the same as you. So how do they make choices in events when it's not their turn? Pick option A when not active player. So they're gonna always pick accept their rightful claims, lose 3 points. They're always gonna do that. All of them. So no one is gonna do B. They're all crap, the events. I guess the only thing I can do is try to stop it a little bit. So I still have 3 diplomatic actions. I could technically trade again. There's nothing else more that I can do or want to do, to be honest. Oh, this one traded, so he's asleep. Yeah. I also have 1 military. I could suppress unrests. That sounds like a good idea. Suppress unrests, because then I could maybe flip one of those tokens. And but this depends on how much extra it costs to do. Pay 1 military for each, 1 per province, and then 1 for each of your cities for which you wish to remove unrest. So you need to have 2 already to start, basically. Yeah, so I can't do anything like that. That's not good. So I'm thinking we're going to trade again. Or I could do influence. I could influence Portugal more. Dominate it there a bit, maybe. Or influence Aragon again. This has been removed. Let's see. Add La Reconquista, own all provinces in Andalusia. Yeah. Oh. It says here, own all provinces in Andalusia. Effect, gain a claim in Aragon or northern Morocco, or place a Catholic token in Andalusia. Oh, okay, it's too late now. You may pay 2 military to research Tertius Janissaries. Which is special military stuff. What about colonize? But colonize is green, right? As administrative? Yeah, so I don't have anything there anymore. Yeah. What I could do is spend 2 ducats to hire Rembrandt to get more administrative power. But I'm not going to do that. No, I'm just going to trade again. So it's 1, 2, 3. So let's see. Up there I have the Antilles, so that's nowhere. I think this is all useless except for Seville. Again, fish. Ugh. I just had fish. The fish is an option because everything else is no option at all. No. Nope. Because this is all like South America, Ivory Coast, Indian Ocean, which is weird because it's number 1. Oh, yeah, I guess over there then, I guess. Because if there's a blue number 1, it means that it's applicable there. So there are some places probably that you can trade there. Okay, well, we'll just do fish again. So that's just another 5 ducats. It's going to help me in paying all my soldiers and my advisors and everything. And so it goes around. They've all passed back to me. Oh yeah, spend 1 diplomatic power, of course. I can basically keep, I don't know, I can't keep trading because now this one actually moved here and then fell asleep. All right. Then I'm going to I guess I'll just keep these for next round, and I'll take an event. I don't want to lose stability. I think I'll just choose It's an Omen. Choose an area adjacent to your realm. All players with cities in this area lose 1. There's no area that I can choose because nobody has cities there. But at least that way, I won't have a negative action. Actually, no, of course not. I'm going to do nobles demand privileges because all players must choose, and they're all going to choose A. So first of all, I get 6 ducats, which is nice. So I'll exchange 5 of it for a 5er. It's just easier overview. And then it says here, all players must choose, except their rightful claims, lose 3 points. But then they all choose the same as me. So basically I'm status quo, but all of them lose 3. I just get a point. Because as you can see here on the card, it says at the bottom, you gain 1 point for every player who does the same as you. So I'll choose the top, lose 3 points, but then I gain 3 points, but they all lose 3 points. So England is back at 0, and then France and Austria are back to 5. And then we do the bottom effect as well. And that is, do I have to do it actually? So it is effectively resolved, the bottom of the card, and be handy if I could see where I put it. Here it is with the flag, and the flag means all players must roll a rebel die for each of their cities or towns with rebellion. You roll a max of 1 rebel die. Yeah, so basically I have to roll for each of one of them. So I don't think I have to roll for the occupied ones. So I'll do this one. That means probably that I lose a military unit. Yeah, exhaust 1 unit. So this one's exhausted. And then I'll roll for, well, I guess I'll roll for them anyway. This one, just lose 2 ducats, I'm pretty sure. Yep. And then roll again for this one. Lose, exhaust another unit. Wow, okay. Well, at least it's going to make it cheaper later on. And then England has 1. So that's a flag. What does the flag do? Rebellion. If you have any military units in the area you rolled for, an army is placed in the area for each result. Basically a rebel, I guess. So, rebellion. If you have any military units in the area you rolled for, a rebel is placed in the area for each result. But there's nothing there. Otherwise, you must assign each rebellion result to one of your cities or vassals with unrest of your choice. In that area, rebels will siege, take control of the province you assign with the rebellion to. If you assign it to a core province, which it is, you must place a rebel town on top of your city. So basically, they're going to get a rebel town on top of that. That's the second rebel town that they have. And cover a corresponding slot on a town or vessel track of your player with a cube. So cube. There we go. If the chosen province is one that you occupy or is not one of your core provinces, the province is liberated as a... Okay, but it's not liberated. It's no one like that. I think that's the only other unrest, right? Yeah, that's the only other unrest. Okay, and then also we automatically do the bottom of the last event. So that means all the rulers with a square are going to get injured. So this one gets injured. I'm trying to keep my people alive, but they keep hurting them. Nicolo is injured. And also we have to roll the dice again. Alright, so the bottom one. Oh, rebellion. So I do have an army there now. So what was the rule again for rebellion? Rebellion. If you have any military units in the area you rolled for, a rebel is placed in the area for each result, triggering a battle after all the dice have been done. Okay, so one guy is placed here, and then we have to roll 2 more times. Nothing. And another guy. Yay. So I have to fight. So I'm gonna roll 2 white dice. I guess 3 still, right? Yeah. Each side rolls 3 dice. But I get to roll 2 blue ones as well because of my general. So let's see. So for sure they're already they've been taken out. But then we also have to see what damage they do. They might even kill my general. They don't kill my general. Actually, they only do 1 damage because these 2 do nothing. So they exhaust 1. So I just have 1 cavalry with my army. But at least they've been taken out. And then for England, there's nothing because the rebellion's in full, just going on. All right, so now it's my turn. All right, if I recruit, what is that going to cost me? Because 1 military and then ducats. But actually I should wait until my next turn, the next age, because then I'll have a lot more money to recruit. If I recruit now, I have to pay for it. So that would not be good. All right, so I guess I'll pass. I'm not going to do anything. So this goes here. I get nothing for that, is it? No. And yeah, so then we do the end of the round stuff. First of all, per the peace and rebel phase, remove all casus belli and truces. So this truce is gone and there's no CB anywhere. So that doesn't do anything. And then we have, let's see, NPR invasions, page 36. I don't think there's going to be any invasions because there's no wars, so there should be no problem. Then rebels siege or move, that might happen though. So let's take a look. Don't move because there's no units on the board. Peace resolution, there's no one at war, so that's not necessary. Interregnum, my leader is not dead, so it's not necessary. Religious dissent, not necessary because there's nowhere any religious dissent at all. Gain or remove unrest for wars and stability, but that is also not the case. And then the roll rebel dice. So basically we're going to be doing the same thing again for each of the cities. So I'm going to have to roll 3 times again. That is a cube. So I guess I lose influence in this case. Lose 1 power. So I guess diplomatic power. Okay. 2 more rolls. Lose another power. Oh my goodness. And then 1 more roll. Lose another power. Yeah, great. Fantastic. And that's it. Income and upkeep. So A is cut costs, which I guess you can just get rid of stuff if you want to, I imagine. I could fire advisors, disband units, and recall ships, but I'm not going to do any of those. Collect income minus costs. Okay, let's see. So first of all, base tax income. So that would be 5 plus 1 is 6 ducats from my towns. Sorry, I'm looking here. 5 plus 3, so it's 8 ducats. It's a difference, eh? You have to look at your own stuff. Okay, so that's 8 ducats. Vassal income tax, there's nothing there. Advisor upkeep, sorry, not inkeep. So that's 4 plus 4 is 8. So the 8 I got is immediately gone again. Expensive guys. Military maintenance for deployed units. So 1 per regular unit. So that's 1. 2 per mercenary, I don't have it. And half for every ship at sea. So I have 3 ships, so it's 1.5. But you have to round it up to so yeah, that's 2. Plus 1 is 3. So I pay 5, I get back 2. Interest on loans, we don't have it. Plague effects, we don't have that. And then the modifier, so I get plus 2 because my stability is quite good. So I get 2 ducats. And then the emperor, that's not me. And income for ideas, I don't have any specific ideas that give me income. So that's basically it. All right, then corruption. Cost to keep ducats in your treasury. So 0 to 49, no cost. Yeah, I don't have 49, so it doesn't matter. Collect monarch power. So for each type of monarch power, add the ruler's skill of the associated type to that of the appropriate advisor. Okay. So I get 3 administrative power, 4 diplomacy, 2 attack, and then another 3 diplomacy. Seems like I should really start investing in that. And another 3 military. So 1 and 2 more. Okay, there we go. And score prestige. A player who is uncontested papal controller scores points equal to the number of Catholic player realms minus 1. So maximum 3. So they score 3 points. That is France scores 3 points. So that's 8. If it has 6, no. Players with absolute monarchy, no. Score any crusade, no, nothing. So phase 5, cleanup. All players must disband all ally units, doesn't matter. Update manpower reserve to reflect new totals. If they have changed this round, count deployed regular units as part of this total. Increase your possible units by adding units when supplied to the available. Reduce them by choosing units to return to supply. So you refresh the exhausted, so they all come here. So I should have a manpower of 8, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I guess I have 1 too many. It's 5 plus 3. Yeah. Repair heavy ships in ports. Move half of exhausted to avail. Oh, half of the exhausted. Oh. So 2 of them. Half of the exhausted to available. Refresh all merchants. And then add colonists to the colonist pool equal to their number of colonial claims, but there's no claims at all. and remove any cubes from their national, change national focus. So here, this is also gone. Okay. Board and status map cleanup. Remove alliance from bots and from DNPRs. So I don't have an alliance with the bots, so it doesn't matter. Remove all injuries from the map boards. There's nothing on there. Unless they mean my people. But it's not a map board, so I don't think so. Adjust Imperial to match the HRE. But we do that later. Remove all units from Imperial. No, it doesn't matter. Remove any tag chits. Pass the first player token to the player whose round status marker has passed in the first place. Or second one. If it's a current first player. So it goes back to England. So England is now first player. Discard down to 5 action cards. I only have 2. And then it's the end of age routine, because now the age is not finished, actually. This is round 2 that has now finished. So now we have another 2 rounds. Because it's like this, I'll show you. This is not a scenario book. The scenario book is here. So I'll show you, we're doing the first scenario. No, the first age, no, let's see. Yeah, the first half of the first stage is done. So this is the event deck. These are 10 cards. We've done 10 events now, 5 in the last 2 videos, and then 5 in this video. So the first half is done. Next time will be the second half, and then the first age will be finished. And then we have the second age, first one, and then second age, second half. So yeah, that is the plan. So next time when we start, I will be able to draw cards. The bot cards will be shuffled. Yeah, those are the main items actually. Okay, and obviously I'm gonna have to recruit people because I have hardly any army, but I do have 14 ducats, which will help me towards that goal. Okay, so I did make a mistake. These 2 are not supposed to be together. So I couldn't use Sevilla twice. So yeah, actually I couldn't have traded at that point. So if you can't trade, then you do still get something, but not a lot. I think 2 ducats or something. Yeah, so instead of those 5 ducats, I should have gotten 2 ducats. So I'll get rid of 3. To make it more fair. Okay, so this one would have never come down. It would have stayed there. There we go. All right, I think that's done. This was a very long video. It will be a lot shorter after I edit it, of course. Very long because there was a lot of interruptions again. But okay, I hope I didn't make too many mistakes this time. I guess we'll see. And yeah. Next round, I don't think I'm playing very well because this is taking ages to do all this kind of stuff. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Actually, I forgot one thing: the peace resolution for myself and my own stuff, because I do have to do that. Yeah, because I control all the stuff there and they don't have any units anymore. I basically have a total victory, so I could actually choose if I want to do what I want to do, and I'm going to of course go for full annexation, so a total victory to enforce. Loser must be an NPR or bot, so the NPR is the case. I would lose 2 points if the loser was an active ally of a PR, but that doesn't, I mean the other PR would lose it, but that's not the case. The victor may, by discarding a claim from any areas where they annex provinces, also remove 2 unrest from the same area. Yeah, of course I would do that. Was that before I rolled for the rebels? Yeah, okay. So, obviously I'm doing that. So, these are no longer occupied. And then they would flip over. Or 2 of them I can choose. So I'll do both ports. And then of course I had to roll only once with the rebel die, so I get 2 of my cubes back. So do like this, and these go away. Yeah, and then that will stay. I could remove my claim. Yeah, I removed my claim, and that's why I was able to do it. Yeah, so that claim is gone, but it doesn't matter because now the Reconquista is officially done. So that means I can gain a claim in Aragon, which I will do. There we go. Or northern Morocco, but I'll leave northern Morocco as it is for now. And I can pay 2 military to research Tertius Janissaries. But I think at the moment when that happened, I do not have enough military. So yeah, that just basically means that you do extra damage. So I don't think I can do that because I don't have the military. But of course I will get 2B, the mission 2B. And the mission 2B, let's take a look at that. That mission is continue Reconquista. So own or vassalize 3+ provinces in northern Morocco, Algiers, or Tunisia. Effect, gain a cardinal there. So basically they want me to continue fighting here. Tunisia, Algiers, and northern Morocco. So Algiers, Tunisia, and northern Morocco. They want me to go down this track. But I kind of want to have this one. Or maybe Portugal. We'll see. We'll see where it takes me. But La Reconquista is finished, so they give me 2 points actually. There we go. So that mission is done. Okay, so there was a mistake that was made. 2 mistakes actually. First of all, the Emperor, the bot Emperor, had to roll a die to see what happens to the HRE. Because depending on the roll, it might become bigger or smaller. So that's quite important. So we're going to go ahead and roll now and then see what happens. So rolling a 1 would decrease by 1. 2 to 5 could possibly decrease or increase. 6 increase by 1. So let's see. That doesn't count. 6. So it increases by 1 and goes back up. Okay, so it's back to +3. So another thing that I missed is these rebel towns. Normally they would have taken care of that already. Now, not this one, because this one only happened later on when you were rolling the dice. So I don't think they would have reacted to it then. But this one they probably would have taken care of. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that off. And I just realized this one was also an unrest that we didn't roll. So that was supposed to be rolled twice. So let's see what it does. A cube and a flag. So this would have been fixed already. And the cube and the flag, when it comes down to bots, probably means something else. So let's take a look. The cube means lose 1 bot power. And then of course we had the flag, which created another city. So let's just remove 1 bot power here for them, and then I guess the flag would then eventually come back on the other one. So it is what it is. So I guess in the end, England does have 2 cities most likely, because when it was rolled, I think they already passed. So in that case, anyway, normally when you check the bot routine, if they have done, if there's like a city like that, they see it as an invasion, as an attack of the rebels, and so you should react. I didn't see it like that. I thought I was looking at war or not and so on, so I didn't read it correctly. And of course, we also have the bots. They also have their end of round stuff. So they don't do draw cards phase. They don't do the well, yeah, that's in the beginning. Peace and rebels. That we already did that. Income and upkeep. They will gain. Everybody will gain 6 cubes back. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 2, 4, 6. There we go. And then there's a cleanup phase. Bots update everything, Imperial updates everything, and all bot decks are reshuffled. But the shuffling will happen next time. They update their military, so England would have 9 maximum. They have 2, 4, 6, 8. So they actually get an extra guy, England. And then Austria is at 5, 6 plus 3, so that's 9. And there are 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're also missing 1. So they're also getting 1. And then France is at 5 plus 6, that's 11. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, so they get 2 extra. All right, that's the manpower done. And then is the Imperial cubes as well. And that's it. That's the end of the cleanup phase. Also with the HRE, because they are now at +3, we also get an extra influence here that adds to it. That's according to a certain prioritized list that you follow in the rulebook as well. So you're supposed to put an extra cube in the elector area where it would require the least amount of cubes for the bot to get the most amount of cubes. But it already has the most amount of cubes, so just go to another elector area where there's nothing at the moment, and you can see the elector area because of the icon. So just go to Westphalia then there you go. Oh yeah, sorry, one more thing. All these that are spent, they actually go away. So they're no longer in there. And that's it. And then I think now I can say goodbye. It was fun, but I'm very tired because it was like an all-nighter that I've been playing, and you can probably hear it in my voice. A lot of checking because it had been 3 weeks ago. I was very rusty. I made some mistakes, but I think the basic concepts I now know. So that's already a big thing. And it's just going to get easier from here on out. If I try to play once every week, we will be able to get to the end, hopefully soon. We're now halfway age 1. So 2 more rounds with the events. And then it's age 2. 2 more rounds and then we're done. So I think I'll stop here. My name is Joachim. It's SMGSLT time. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.